Welcome back. Change of plans. The park I was just too busy, so I decided to go home. Yeah, let's get right into the first question. What do they do to people who leave? In case you haven't read the comment I posted, they they cease all contact, meaning they don't talk to you. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the assembly. If you've been there for 3 months or 14 years in my case, or people that been in the assembly for like 20, 30 years plus, it breaks your heart because you spend so much time together. People you considered friends, stop talking to you. The reason they do this is because of particular scriptures in Mark. They in those scriptures it says, whoever is against God, or who's rebellious, like if you have something, like say there's anything in particular that you won't change. For instance, say you're a smoker and you don't stop smoking even after many people approached you and would tell you, hey man, you should you should quit smoking, it's not good, God wouldn't smoke. And after a while, you still refuse to change. This is first strike. One person will approach you like officially and tell you change that. They give you some time, you didn't change. Strike two or three people, like witnesses, would approach you like officially and tell you, you've done wrong, you should change that, stop smoking, or you'll get the third strike. And this is the third one, where you will be exposed, whatever it is. If it's something, like smoking, or if it's as benign as listening to music, as it was in my case. Like I would continue listen to music that is not considered Christian, um, even if it's just as simple as rap music, but like Christian rap, if you know what I mean. Um, they would consider it still like evil because of the beats, whatever. Like a rhythm is evil by itself. This kind of nonsense, and yeah, totally insane. But it can also be like extremely personal. Like if masturbation, for instance, if you masturbate, that's against God. That's evil, and they con- they control every aspect of your personal life. So basically, the third strike, the exposition will be whatever it is that they consider that's wrong, um, will be exposed in front of the entire assembly. Imagine that, like 300 people, like now know, like your deepest, yeah, you, it's insane. Now that they exposed that, you will be um, considered rebellious. You will be thrown. It's called out of fellowship. You are kind of out of the assembly, but not totally. But they treat you similarly. Like they won't talk to you, but they give you some time in hopes that you change. If you leave the assembly totally, then there's like you, yeah, it's like because they treat this thing like a marriage. Like, there's the parallel in the Bible where you are considered Jesus's wife, um, like a marriage. And if you leave, it's like you broke up. It's like you're committing adultery or something like that. Like, whatever it is that is more important to you than God, it's like you're cheating on God. Like, that thing, whatever it is more important to you. Yeah, so they look down. They look down on you. They consider you their enemy. Horrible. All right. And it's even worse when it's a family member. They I imagine being someone's daughter, or you know and they quit talking to you. I've seen that happen, you know where even the parents are no longer allowed to talk to their child. Unbelievable. Next question. Differences to Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, are they similar? Not quite. I mean, there are technical. I mean, of course, every confession has like their own cults, if you will. Like, not every Catholic is the same. Not every Jehovah's Witnesses will be the same. But we have had people from Jehovah's Witnesses that experienced, the same kind of structure. And technically speaking, Jehovah's Witnesses do not believe in speaking in tongues. That's what our church did. That was like one of the major things we would teach. Is the speaking in tongues, and Jehovah's Witnesses would consider that evil. I can't remember the exact scriptures they would use for that interpretation. Another one is the fixed number of people who go to heaven. There is something in the book of Revelation, which in itself reads just like a fever dream. No, just ask any pastor if you can talk about um, the four books, or Romans, or Acts. But when it comes to Revelations, like, everybody's got their own opinion on them. They were just smoking too much, in my opinion. All right, third question. Reddit pages for help. Yeah, I used to be on ex-Christians. That helped me quite a lot. I can highly recommend them because cults are um scarce. Meaning, if you left a cult, it will be hard to find someone in your peers, who understands what you're going through. I think the closest thing you could compare it to is like a party. You know, my mom is a politician, and there are many things that are similar. I mean, we were talking about what constitutes as a cult. Some of that is or can be found in parties. Um, Anything that's extremist, basically. So yeah, ex-Christians, but there's also ex-Muslim, ex whatever, and yeah, that's I can highly recommend those subreddits. Okay, approaching the 10-minute mark. I'll see you in the next video, and we'll continue from there.